Okay, so here I am. This is a follow-up to the previous video that I just released. I am the Ancestors Oracle. Now, following up, the responsibility after these men join these groups, the responsibilities that they bear were falsely given up. The responsibilities were falsely given up, meaning that because they joined these groups, they didn't think that they had any type of spiritual responsibility to bear anymore. There was a new inbreed, there was a new mindset that was born out of this. That was, of course, intentional. This mindset that was born out of this cultivation was one where the men, excuse me, I'm making fried okra, where the men would leave behind this responsibility of spirituality. Now, as we know, it is a part of the men's makeup to provide and protect, right? We know that it's a part of the men's makeup to want to provide and protect and have his kingdom and things of that nature. Now, because these men joined these groups, they literally sacrificed this belief within itself. They sacrificed the beliefs. Their sacrifice was their manhood. And this is also where it comes into having the children stripped away from the man. Because as a man, your purpose is to spread your seed and also protect, clothe, provide, feed that seed, that offspring. That is also a part of... You okay? You okay, Maggie? Okay. Got to check in with my babies. So that is a part of you guys' makeup. So this was also a part of the sacrifice that a lot of the men didn't realize. They thought that they were just, giving up. Oh, I'm just going to give up, my first son or my first whatever, or my first wife or whatever, but they didn't realize that they were actually giving up their manhood. So this is why we see a lot of the men today where, yes, there are certain things that women are responsible for in the home, such as the domestic duties and things of that nature. You could call it old school, you could call it whatever you want. But when a man is looking for a wife, he is looking for, that is what he's looking for. That is what he's looking for. He's looking for someone who is going to do the cooking, someone who's going to do the cleaning, someone who's going to take care of the children, someone who is going to wash his drawers. I mean, that's just what it is. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to go into that. If you don't agree, we can just agree to disagree. I'm not going to entertain anything outside of that. Now, so these are the things that the man gave up, and he didn't realize that. And a part of what the agreement that he also signed with his blood, with his lineage, was that he thought that for the group of men that couldn't have children, they thought that they were going to be the last one in their bloodline of themselves, as far as them directly. Because, of course, if they had brothers and sisters and things of that nature, then nieces and nephews and things. But they were lied to. They were lied to and said, well, once you sacrifice your children and you sacrifice your this and your that, that this is all you're sacrificing. You're not sacrificing anything else. Isn't this a good deal? Just give us your first son. Just give us your future children. Just give us that you have to offer. Just give us those things that you think that you won't be giving us anything else, right? But that was a lie. And this is the reason why we see a lot of the men who are continuously handed down this toxic masculinity and this toxic ways of not wanting to take responsibility and saying, oh, this is a woman's job to do this and to do that. Women do a lot of the spiritual work and things like that, and things of that nature. However, there is also a spiritual aspect of warriorism that is missing from also within the diaspora, different aspects in different places. Right now, all I can talk about, yes, is the American side of it, because that's where I am. So within the American side of the world, they gotta cool down, honey. Wait for them to cool down, okay? Within the American side. Okay, 1 second. So different parts of the world that male dominance is missing in different ways. Now, do not touch it. It is very hot. It's missing in different ways. It's missing in different ways. So here in the States, that is missing in, no, to the table, honey. On the table. Within the States, that is missing in the aspect of the man stepping up, that warriorism, like I said, him stepping up, being able to provide. We see this thing where, I'm not going to get into that, but we see it when we look around. We see the men acting as women, and I'm not talking about men wearing women's clothing. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about men willingly being emasculated, men stepping into that role and saying, okay, this is the role that I am going to take on and still be a heterosexual male. We have heterosexual men willingly bitching up, as some of us would say. We have heterosexual men willingly bitching up, willingly taking the bitch role, willingly dabbling in that. And yes, there are also other things where, the feminine has to be expressed in a certain type of way. But this is not what I'm talking about right here, right now. What I'm speaking about is very specific and has nothing to do with the upswing of matriarchal societies that we see being born and bred today. That's not what I'm speaking of. What I am speaking of is the heterosexual male, and how he has the heterosexual black male, and how he has specifically been targeted to continuously keep the black family down at the bottom of the barracks. So with that being said, these are the things that had been given up. The men, we have continuously been lied to, and things of that nature. Going forward, some things that can be done for the reclamation of the manhood. These are the things that you are going to have to consult your people for. You need to consult your people. You need to say, hey, how do I reclaim this? Am I in a full born bred? Am I blossoming into this wonderful, strong man who is willing to put his life on the line for his family? Or am I the type of man who wants to stay at home with the kids, so to speak, not in a literal sense, follow me? So you have to look at what it is that where you fit into this. And if you can't find your place, then it's more than likely that you are of the lesser. So it all boils down to you just coming into tune with yourself, looking and being honest. Yes, hon, I'm about to get off right now. It's about you looking and being honest and saying, hey, you know what? This is where I am, and this is the reason. And you know what? I am going to reclaim that is mine within my warriorism, within my lineage. I am claiming and I am taking that belongs to me, because this is the time, if not now, then when. The Ancestors Oracle signing off.